Hey guys, and welcome back. So last week we kind of talked about some old wives' tales, and so it just kind of brought to mind for me some more things that we can kind of go over on what's true and what maybe not so true. So as far back as I can remember, we were always told to sterilize babies' bottles and pacifiers and nipples by boiling them after cleaning them or washing them. That is true. You do want to sterilize your baby's utensils, basically, to help prevent things like thrush in the mouth and any kind of bacteria that can harbor in those little cracks and crevices. So I don't necessarily have a time frame for how often you should boil or sterilize your baby's utensils. I personally believe once or twice a week should be fine to sterilize, as long as you're cleaning them with soap and water after every single use. Now, some people will just run them through the dishwasher. Same concept, the dishwasher gets really hot if you use the heat setting or the heat to dry setting. So I believe that should be fine, but if you notice that your baby is starting to get buildup on their tongue of like a white film or around the inside of their lips, that's thrush usually, and so you might want to start sterilizing baby's utensils a little bit more diligently at that point. As far as their clothing and laundering their items, there are baby laundry detergents available, obviously, mostly because of the fragrance found in normal detergent. The cleansing agents in baby detergent is more gentle on the skin as well, but also you don't want such a strong scent all over your baby's clothing and every article that they put close to their face. So, detergents like Gain and Tide and all the other ones, they have all those fresh smelling agents that are good for us because we like the way that smells, but for the baby, that's kind of like an obnoxious smell, and they may not like it. So the baby detergent helps with minimizing fragrance and also with having the agents that they use to clean with to be gentle on your baby's skin. So I also advise parents that, especially those first few articles of clothing that they are going to wear, throw that in the wash with the baby's clothes, because just because you wash baby's clothes with the baby detergent, your clothes were washed with the normal regular detergent, and when you go to hold baby or pick baby up, every time you put baby on your shoulder or even just hold baby in your arms, whatever you washed your clothes in is also rubbing off on baby, and that can lead to, again, the baby feeling like there's an obnoxious smell in their nasal passages, and then you may notice a lot of sneezing and things like that carrying on. Or you may notice that the baby gets a, breakout or a rash wherever that detergent happened to touch their skin. So those first couple of pieces of clothing that you plan on wearing when you pack your bag for the hospital, if you're giving a hospital birth or a home birth, whatever you plan to wear immediately after the birth, make sure that, you wash those clothes as well with the baby detergent. As far as their toys, if they are waterproof toys, I personally would say throw them in a mesh bag and throw them in the dishwasher if you have one. Again, it's the same concept. The dishwasher gets really hot and heated, and it can sterilize those waterproof toys. If you want to throw them in the boiling water with the bottles as you boil them, that's fine as well, as long as you've cleaned them first. But I do not recommend Lysol wipes or Lysol sprays on your baby's toys, simply because all babies really, everything that comes into their hands, they're going to put it to their mouth. So if you sprayed it down with Lysol and let it dry, no, to you, if you pick it up and touch it, you may not smell or taste the Lysol after a couple of hours. But baby putting it to their mouth, their saliva kind of reactivates the Lysol in a way, and it becomes a bitter chemical taste to them as well. So I don't necessarily recommend Lysol. Some people will say to spray everything down with bleach. I personally think that if you're going to go that route, make sure that you're diluting the bleach with at least 1 part bleach, 5 parts water. Let it air dry. And then with a clean rag with just plain water, go back and just wipe it down just to make sure that you've got that bitter chemical taste of the bleach off of the toy. And again, let it air dry before you give it back to baby. If it is a cloth sort of toy that's not waterproof, then I would suggest just throwing it in the washing machine with the clothes. Obviously, as long as it's not battery operated or anything like that. But to be completely honest and frank, in the very beginning, you should not be giving your baby stuffed animals, teddy bears, toys, and things like that. Just because, you know, those things are liable for them to suffocate themselves with when they go to put it towards their face. The reason why we recommend cleaning things so diligently, especially in the very beginning, is because your baby does not have an immune system. As they grow up and get older, they develop an immune system, and you may be able to become a little bit more lax as far as how stringent you are with sterilizing everything that they come into contact with. But in the very beginning, they don't have an immune system at all. So every little thing can make them sick. Every little microbe of bacteria can get them really sick. So hope you guys learned something. That tells me that I've done my job, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.